Hollow Earth theory. Hollow Earth theory is a belief that the planet Earth has a hollow interior. You know those little paper mache cars you used to make with balloons in school? Well, that's Hollow Earth. Now, everyone with a brain knows that the Earth is solid, like some kind of magma-filled Malteser. Call it the missing Revel flavour, if you will. You've seen it on science shows. In fact, as crackpot theories go, this one just about takes the cake. Go on your back garden with a shovel and get digging. If you dig long enough, you will eventually kill yourself in the extreme heat of Earth's core. I know. That digging to China through Hollow Earth shit, only in cartoons, my fellow YouTubers. But I'm nothing if not fair. The most recent Hollow Earth claim, ignoring the claims back for the 20th century, when people didn't know a great deal about anything except stabbing, raping and pillaging, is this one. Let me tell you a little story, folks. Meet the Fuel Society. The Fuel Society was a, inverted commas, study group headed by a wounded World War I veteran. Basically, it was a secret occult society that kicked around for a few years. They dissolved before the Nazis took power, but a few other ideals got absorbed, if you will, into the Third Reich. Anyway, I digress, and I apologise. The Fuel Society used to talk a lot about some ancient Tibetan myths, talking about openings in the earth. Hitler clearly took this seriously because it's theorised, and that's theorised with those inverted commas again, that he sent an expedition to Antarctica to have a nose around for such an opening. This is all just Wikipedian bullcrap until you hear that during the Nuremberg trials, Admiral Dönitz, that's right, not just some bullshit superstitious sailor, Admiral Dönitz, said he was proud of an invisible fortification in midst of eternal ice. Sounds like an opening in the snow to me, and I gotta say, here's where my bias on the subject really started to slip slightly. This theory has stuck resiliently around for most of the 20th century. And so in 2005, Stephen Curry planned an expedition to the North Pole to look for another such opening. Similar to the alleged hole we talked about the Nazis hunting for at the South Pole. This is 2005, of course, when we spent a lot of time talking about serious scientific concepts like space travel, deep sea exploration, and David Beckham's haircut. Sadly for science, Curry dropped dead in 2006, and Brooks A. Agnew stepped into his shoes. He reckons to take 100 filmmakers and scientists out into the snow sometime later this year, which will probably put an end to this once and for all, but it won't. We know this. Putting the question to my Twitter, I found most people support the Hollow Earth theory. The wordiest reply being Josh92, who says, I figure that if we haven't actually been down there, then who will disprove the theory? Well, Josh, I have to say that if we went down there, we wouldn't be disproving the theory, would we? So maybe it's using the there has to be intelligent life on other planets because we haven't found it yet scenario. As far as visual evidence goes, we have a borehole 7 miles deep, so we have ground that far down. The question I leave to you at the end of this first part of my argument is there an Earth below Earth? Did the creators of Gears of War really just have some inside knowledge on this? Or is the world really just a magma-filled Malteser? Draw your own conclusions, leave me some comments, and come back next week for more when I try and address all your answers. Thank you.